Yes, I finally played Darkest Dungeon, and only 8 years late. It enticed me, it challenged me, it broke me a few times. Let me tell you about it. When your relative gets bored and tampers with forces man was not meant to know, he unearths unspeakable horrors because of course he does. When has meddling with the occult ever ended well? Why do people keep doing this? When the expected outcome happens, he entrusts you with finishing what he started, leaving behind only the ruined manor and his epic narrating voice. Right from the get-go, you're off to a bad start. Your wagon wrecks before you even step into town, and you have to cut your teeth by cutting down some bandits. Could this get any worse, you say? Yes, is the answer. This is as easygoing as Darkest Dungeon gets. It's all down from here, figuratively and literally. You'll soon miss these carefree days of shanking bandits in the woods as your party descends into the Darkest Dungeon. It may be grim, but fear not, your stalwart adventurers are more than ready to handle the— oh no. Oh god. Oh, my stalwart adventurers. Yeah, it's that kind of game. Don't get discouraged when this happens. Dust yourself off, recruit a new pack of chumps from the stagecoach, and get back in there. Choose carefully, because every class brings something to the party. My favorite is the Jester, a man who is deeply confused about his choice of career because he does a whole lot of stabbing and slicing and very little jesting. Once you've loaded up on supplies, you'll have your pick of which area you want to dive into, each with their own challenges and enemies. You'll find pigmen, fishmen, men, which I guess are just men, and many more, unified in their aim of making sure you never again see the light of day. They won't stop at hurting your health either. Oh no, your party's sanity is on the chopping block as well, and monsters will stress them out in a variety of ways, such as spilling their drink on them, blasting music, yelling at them, or just critting them for most of their health, which also stresses me out. Let it get too high and your guys will develop trauma. Let it get even higher and they'll keel over dead from a heart attack. Stress doesn't go away unless you pay for treatment, so all of these attacks are essentially hitting you right in the wallet. Assuming you want to treat them, I'm just saying. Therapy is expensive, death is free. Make the choices you have to make. Assuming they're not returning in the back of a corpse wagon, your folks need to unwind after a dungeon run. Pay a visit to the Abbey. Let your crew offer prayers to a god who is clearly not listening. Let them meditate and think about all the life choices that led them to this point. You can even have them whipped if they're into that sort of thing. Or, if you'd rather hang with the cool kids, send them to the tavern. Drink away your troubles, lads. I mean, why not? You're not gonna live long anyway. Do some gambling. What do you guys need money for anyway? Retirement? Or have them visit the brothel to, look, buddy, we don't need to know what you do in the brothel. Just do what you need to do and show up for work tomorrow. The sanitarium offers services as well, such as curing diseases, like the ones they picked up in the brothel, or you can pay to have their negative personality traits removed. I wish I could send a few people I know here. If you fancy doing a little shopping, head to the Nomad Cart, where you can buy accessories for frankly extortionate prices. This lady might be the only one here who's actually coming out ahead from this situation. I am in the wrong line of work. Anyway, back to the dungeon. It's not just monsters you have to worry about, even the environment wants you to suffer. Traps are all over the place, so hopefully you packed a tetanus shot in your provisions. Even interacting with mundane objects is a roll of the dice. I never thought a seasoned dungeoneer could be traumatized by a bookshelf. I gave a torch to a statue and accidentally summoned Cthulhu, who curb-stomped my unprepared party quite quickly. That was fun. That doesn't feel unfair at all. If something like this happens and you need some mid-run recovery, you can camp out for a night on longer runs. Eat, bandage wounds, and bond as a group. It's a nice moment of peace, except for the times when it ends in a fishman ambush. How does that even happen? Can't you guys smell them sneaking up on you? It's not all bad, though. There is loot to be found. Coins and precious stones, which will barely pay for the care of the adventurers you sent to get them in the first place. Also, heirlooms. Your family's precious relics are still worth something, so make sure to stuff some paintings in your back pocket before heading back to town. You'd think unleashing unspeakable horrors upon the world would have hurt your family's reputation, but people are still willing to accept your deeds in lieu of cash. Paying for upgrades with family crests is one step away from just printing your own money. But the hamlet is basically a company town. What choice do they have? No, I can't give you gold for your work, but I can pay you in statues. The Besides, you need to save your coin for services. Keeping your men sane and satisfied isn't cheap. I thought I'd be spending most of my money on gear and upgrades, but the biggest money sink turned out to be therapy. I'm trying to explore a dungeon here, not running a halfway house for mentally broken adventurers. It's all worth it in the end, though, when you finally get a crew strong enough to go into the darkest dungeon itself, where the game's greatest challenge resides. I imagine. I gotta be honest, I haven't actually made it that far yet, but I'll get there one day. This game is pretty fun, even if it is punishing. I can see why it's so popular.